On one hand, the prices of houses are skyrocketing in the United States. On the other hand, there are few such cities in the same country where many houses are sitting vacant. Vacancy rates may indicate an inefficient use of housing in a city or an unbalanced supply and compared to demand, with ripple effects for homebuyers, homeowners, and investors. So in today's video, we are going to show you 10 US cities with the most empty houses. So watch the video completely because it is possible that you may get a house for free. But before starting the video, I want to request you, we put our best efforts to create our every single video. So please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Let's start. Number 10. Cape Coral, Florida. Surrounded by water, Cape Coral, 15 minutes from Fort Myers on Florida's southwest coast, is a prime boating destination with 400 miles of canals and neighborhoods of beautiful waterfront homes. Cape Coral has a 2024 population of 238,576. Cape Coral recorded the 10th highest vacancy rate in the country, with 18.4% homes sitting empty in 2022. Despite the city's robust population growth of 11.5% from 2017 to 2022, more than any other city in the top 10, there were 18,392 vacant homes. Within the same period, the percentage of households renting in Cape Coral Fort Myers dropped from 26.5% to 21.5%, a decrease which can partially explain the rise in rental home vacancy in the metro area. At the same time, the nationwide rental vacancy rate was 6.6% in the first quarter of 2024, below the historical average of 7.3%. The rental market is cooling off across the entire country, but while prices have decreased since their peak in the third quarter of 2023, rent remains generally higher than many can afford. Number 9. Jackson. Jackson is a soulful city and one with a rich and, at times, turbulent history. There are 29 museums spread out around the city, 3 cultural and historic districts to explore, plenty of excellent restaurants, and a vibrant nightlife scene. The current metro area population of Jackson in 2024 is 441,000, a 1.15% increase from 2023. But Jackson had a vacancy rate of 18.7%. The city faced a notable population reduction of 10.4% between 2017 and 2022, with 14,325 empty housing units by the end of that period, nearly 4,000 more vacant housing units than 5 years earlier. Across town in South Jackson, as you go down Hickory Drive, you see multiple homes beyond repair. The front yards that once saw children play are now covered in trash. Number 8. Birmingham, Alabama. Alabama's largest city lost 7.7% of its residents between 2017 and 2022, with a tailing vacancy rate of 18.9%. In total, Birmingham reported 20,644 empty residences in 2022, or about 3,000 fewer than the city recorded 5 years earlier. Yet Birmingham has an affordability problem driven by a number of factors, including low wages and residential segregation, and recently tried to address a growing homelessness issue through the use of tiny homes. Birmingham became a focal point for civil rights activism and struggles against racial segregation and discrimination during the 1960s. One of the most notable examples of Birmingham's importance in the movement was the Birmingham Campaign in 1963. Number 7. Paradise, Nevada. Paradise is known for the Las Vegas Strip, a world-famous destination for entertainment and nightlife. Iconic resorts like Bellagio and Caesar's Palace attract millions of visitors annually. The Strip offers endless dining, shopping, and entertainment options. Nightly shows and events make it a 24/7 attraction. Paradise has a 2024 population of 189,495. In Paradise, 20.5% of housing units were vacant in 2022, while the population declined by 21% between 2017 and 2022. There were 19,210 units of unoccupied housing by the end of that 5-year period. Number 6. Clearwater, Florida. This waterfront city just across from one of America's best beaches has a walkable downtown, waterfront parks, great places to dine out, and a state-of-the-art aquarium that's home to 2 of the world's most famous dolphins. The city had a population of 117,292. In Paradise, 20.5% of housing units were vacant in 2022, while the population declined by 21% between 2017 and 2022. There were 19,210 units of unoccupied housing by the end of that 5-year period. The rising cost of houses is to blame, which has decreased demand for houses, even though people would love to buy one if they could. Clearwater is a fantastic place to live for those seeking the picture-perfect, sunny Florida lifestyle close to beautiful beaches. It has a great selection of activities and attractions from golfing to fishing, making it a great place to live for families, young adults, and seniors alike. Number 5. Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Fort Lauderdale gained fame as a spring break hotspot in the 1960s and 70s due to its beautiful beaches, vibrant atmosphere, and diverse entertainment options, drawing college students seeking sun, fun, and relaxation, with the 2024 population of 183,412. In Fort Lauderdale, 21.4% of housing units were vacant in 2022. While the city's population grew by 0.9% during the 5-year period that started in 2017, there were 21,751 vacant residences in 2022. Just 2 miles north of Port Everglades, you can experience Fort Lauderdale's landscaped beachfront promenade, with its signature white wave wall and paved brick path. And, across the street, luxury hotels. Number 4. Pompano Beach, Florida. Relatively calm and quiet, Pompano Beach is a great city for those looking for a taste of city life with less of the stress. Located near major cities such as Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, and Miami, there is no shortage of food, shopping, and houses. As of the 2020 census, the population was 112,046, making it the 6th largest city in Broward County. Pompano Beach's most recent vacancy rate was 21.7%. The city saw its population grow by just 0.8% between 2017 and 2022, to end up with 13,376 unoccupied housing units. Fun fact: roughly 9% or more than 16 million of homes in America are considered vacant. Number 3. Detroit, Michigan. There would hardly be anyone among you who has not heard the name of Detroit before. Yes, I am talking about the same city whose 65% population has left the city. Detroit experienced a dramatic decline in population from a peak of 1,849,568 in 1950, losing 2/3 of its population by 2020. The Metro Detroit area, home to 4.3 million people, is the 2nd largest in the Midwest after the Chicago metropolitan area and the 14th largest in the United States. Because a lot of people left this city, that's why Detroit's vacancy rate is 21.9%. The city's population diminished by 6% over 5 years, with 68,048 housing units vacant in 2022. However, the city had approximately 31,000 more vacant housing units at the start of that 5-year period compared to 2022. Now, for those who don't know why the people of Detroit left such a big city, several factors contributed. One was the decline of the auto industry. However, it would not have affected the city more than it affected the suburbs. A second factor was the 1967 race riot, which convinced many people that Detroit was not a good place to remain. Number 2. Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Located along the banks of the Black Warrior River in west-central Alabama, Tuscaloosa is home to 99,543 residents and a thriving business community. The city of Tuscaloosa, which is home to the University of Alabama, had a vacancy rate of 22.5%. Despite a minimal population increase of 0.3% from 2017 to 2022, the city reported 12,050 empty housing units by the end of that 5-year period. Alabama is 4th in the country for raw vacancy rate. More than 18% of all housing units in the state are empty. Not all empty houses and apartments are a bad thing, though. Many areas of the country, included certain parts of Alabama, see their vacancy rates climb because they have lots of seasonal housing. Number 1. New Orleans, Louisiana. Do you remember Hurricane Katrina? Yes, Hurricane Katrina, one of the 5 deadliest hurricanes to ever strike the United States. In all, Hurricane Katrina was responsible for 1,833 fatalities and approximately $108 billion in damage. And this storm caused maximum devastation in New Orleans only. The largest loss of life in Hurricane Katrina was due to flooding caused by engineering flaws in the flood protection system, particularly the levees around the city of New Orleans. Eventually, 80% of the city, as well as large areas in neighboring parishes, were flooded for weeks. Even today, because of this storm, New Orleans reported a vacancy rate highest of 343 cities, 22.9%. Over the previous 5 years, the city saw its population decrease by 4.2%. In total, there were 44,746 vacant housing units in 2022, nearly 8,000 more than 5 years earlier. A housing crisis amid 44,000 of abandoned homes. 10 years after Katrina, many New Orleans residents struggle to find an affordable place to live, even though the city is full of vacant properties. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.